My regards, Real Madrid. He lives in an unprecedented period. He entered the season knowing that his coach would not last long. Everyone is certain that Carlo Ancelotti will be Brazil's coach in the summer of 2024. Whether he wins all the titles this season or wins nothing, a strange situation for a team like Real Madrid. And this makes a logical question for everyone. Who will be Real Madrid's coach after Carlo? The team is full of young talent, which Perez worked on with a long-term plan, so that when the new Santiago Bernabeu opens, the team will be one of the strongest and most enjoyable European teams. Madrid press reports always talk about four names. A surprise name may emerge at the end of the season. But so far we are talking about four that will be repeated in order. The candidate. The first and the name that everyone knows is Zinedine Zidane, the owner of the historic European treble with Real Madrid, and the coach who, when he left after the second period, had problems with the management of the Royal Club. But despite that, there is great conviction that the first candidate will be the new Real Madrid coach because Zinedine Zidane refused many opportunities. Manchester United rejected, Paris Saint-Germain rejected, Juventus rejected, and it was always clear that he wanted to coach the French national team. And France renewed the current coach until 2026. So here Zidane is as if he missed the opportunity to coach France. And it is said that Zidane has a principle in coaching clubs. He said, "I will go to a ready team. A team without problems is a team that is able to meet my requests in the transfer market. And Real Madrid is a team that is almost ready and can come to them. Also, the team's players have a lot of experience now. Young guys who can play for many years, and they will all be obedient, and they will all love Zinedine Zidane." This is the first aspect. The second aspect, that the problem remains the dispute between Zidane and Perez and the famous article that appeared in Ali's newspaper after the second experience, in which there was a sharp criticism of the Real Madrid management. I think Perez's relationship with Zidane is a relationship greater than just a disagreement or a problem. The whole issue can be resolved with a phone call. The second day we will see Zidane, Real Madrid coach until now. With the conviction of the Madrid media and the media close to Perez Zidane, the first candidate. The Champions League is one of Zidane's motivations. He is returning to win the Champions League for a fourth time. We go to the second candidate, Xabi Alonso, who may be the audience's first candidate now on social media. Recently, he has had an amazing period with Leverkusen, and he finished last season excellently. And this season made some people wish that he would win the league. Xabi Alonso had great expectations. He would become a coach, excellent. And we remember Mourinho when he said he would be a wonderful coach. When he was coaching Xabi Alonso, and Xabi Alonso dealt with the best coaches in the world. During his period, he worked with Ancelotti, he worked with Guardiola, he worked with Mourinho, Jupp Heynckes, and he was always on the field with tactical awareness. He has a personality in which you feel calm and leadership. Now, with Leverkusen, he provides excellent tactical insights. And he appears to be the first candidate for the public on social media. But in reality, Florentino Perez has an honest experience that was with Jurgen Klopp. He does not like to appoint a coach because he succeeded. Only in Germany does he have conviction. Training Real Madrid stars is a different world, and therefore he did not resort to Jurgen Klopp in the past. And perhaps now he decides to ignore Alonso's popularity a little and go for Zidane. I mean, Xabi Alonso seems to be the second choice if Zidane says no. But for many people, including myself, I feel that Xabi Alonso he deserves this opportunity to be a new coach with a new idea in the Royal Club. But in a third very well-known coach, one of the most important and best players in the history of Real Madrid, Raúl González. This option was described by his newspaper as the least supportive option, because the fans are not supportive of him, and the administration supports him. Supporting the fans, they always see a youth coach who is not like Zinedine Zidane. He helped teams in the first team, and worked with the first team as an assistant to Ancelotti and others. You see him. This is his entire career with the Youngs team. Yes, he achieved the Champions League for youth, but this is a youth experience. Is the first option for the fans? Even the administration does not seem keen on giving Raúl. The opportunity was in more than one experience. In the past, he could have been given a chance, even temporarily, and he was ignored. Therefore, Many people believe that Raul is the third option, while the fourth option is Arbeloa, who is the best player without debate, but perhaps he is one of the best players. The player most expresses his love for Real Madrid and the Real Madrid logo. But in reality, he has no qualifications other than that. To say that he becomes a coach of Real Madrid means that he does not have that coaching experience. He does not have that star memory. He is a big star, so we say he takes a chance. And therefore, if you do not see a reason for Arbeloa to be the coach, now Arbeloa, and with his current experience in his current situation, in order to coach Real Madrid, he must coach half of the season, and the team is out of the season. Which means that in the view, we do not want anything from this season. But if he succeeds, he continues. He does not succeed, and leaves. Meaning Arbeloa's chances so far are weak. Very interested in training Real Madrid. Even though I saw more than one Spanish journalist who liked the idea. Because, as I said, Arbeloa loves Real Madrid and expresses his emotional love for Real Madrid a lot. But if you see him with Real Madrid, he actually has four options for a coach who are linked to him in one way or another as former players and have good relationships. This means that just as Perez worked with the players, he made their three generations, roughly, in one team, a team over 30, 36, 35, and 34, and a younger team, and a youth team, as if they were generations, bearing each other. It seems that in Real Madrid's training, we see this series. Perhaps we will see Zidane the first choice now. And after 2 and 3 seasons, Xabi Alonso will be ready. And he has undergone greater tests, so he will be the second. And then Raul will become the third and Arbeloa the fourth. As if there is a series that we can imagine for him to coach Real Madrid. And Real Madrid seems to prefer looking for coaches who know the club recently. Because the club's environment is difficult, and managing the club is difficult. And dealing with the fans and communicating the club's media, it is difficult. We saw the issue with Lopetegui and Benitez. They could not bear it for days. Therefore, the management of this club is perhaps better for it to go to someone who has lived in it for a long time. He is well off and knows the environment and civil society.